Why WNBA fears from Caitlin Clark. Every once in a while, a player shows up and not only challenges the norms, but flips the entire game on its head. Caitlin Clark is that kind of player for the WNBA. From the get-go, she's been a standout talent and a figure that everyone has an opinion on. Love her or hate her, you can't ignore her. It's typical for fans to voice their thoughts. But when both former and current WNBA stars start joining the conversation, you know something big is happening. To some, she's shaking things up to others. She's a revolutionary force. In a league where every new player is compared to legends, Caitlin Clark is raising the bar. She's the underdog, the David going up against the Goliath that is the established WNBA. Coming from West Des Moines, Iowa, Clark took the college basketball world by storm in 2020 with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Fast forward to 2024, and she was the top pick in the WNBA draft, selected by the Indiana Fever. Over her 4 seasons at Iowa, Caitlin became nothing short of a legend, scoring an incredible 3,951 points and becoming the greatest scorer in college basketball history. Her reputation as a scorer is unmatched. By the end of her senior year, Caitlin Clark surpassed 3,528 points, earning the title of all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball. And numbers alone are staggering, but to truly grasp Caitlin's impact, you have to watch her play. It's in the way she approaches the game. Clark has redefined what it means to be an offensive powerhouse in women's college basketball. While her record-breaking stats over the past 3 decades are undeniably impressive, they only scratch the surface of her abilities and her influence on the sport. Throughout history, we've seen incredible scorers like Lynette Woodard, Kelsey Plum, and Brittany Griner dominate the women's game, each leaving their mark. But Caitlin Clark, she's in a league of her own. Similar to NBA stars like Steph Curry and Damian Lillard, Caitlin Clark has a unique ability to change defenses the moment she crosses half court. Her presence creates opportunities for her teammates unlike anyone else. What truly sets her apart is not just her scoring, but her exceptional vision and passing. Clark isn't just a top scorer, she's the ultimate offensive force in women's basketball today. Beyond stats and records, she's inspiring a new generation worldwide, reshaping the game's play and perception. This is the Caitlin Clark effect, transforming women's basketball. Clark's dynamic performances have catapulted women's college basketball into the spotlight, and her transition to the WNBA has elevated the sport at both levels. She's not only attracted a fresh wave of fans to collegiate hoops, but also to the WNBA. These fans are discovering what veterans of women's basketball have long understood: the WNBA offers such compelling competition that even standout college stars face a challenging journey to success in the league. Currently, Clark is a key driving force behind the WNBA's ascent. The attention she garnered at Iowa hasn't just stayed with her, it's propelled the entire league to greater prominence. While there are other stars contributing to the league's profile, such as Angel Reese and Cameron Brink, Caitlin's influence remains central to the growing popularity of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA has sparked a revolution. To put it into perspective, the 2023 WNBA Finals averaged 728,000 viewers, with the championship game alone generating $889,000. Before Clark's draft, the Indiana Fever struggled with low attendance and minimal TV exposure compared to other teams. Since then, average ticket prices for Fever games have more than doubled. Remarkably, at least 36 out of the Fever's 40 regular season games are now scheduled for broadcast on TV and streaming platforms. Even before turning professional, Caitlin Clark had already made waves off the court. She secured endorsement deals with major brands like Nike and Gatorade, pioneering new ground amidst changing NCAA regulations. According to the Name, Image, and Likeness database, she earned $3.4 million from sponsorships during her college career. At the draft, she made history as the first basketball player, WNBA or NBA, to be dressed by Prada. Clark's influence extends far beyond basketball courts. She recently signed an 8-year, $28 million contract with Nike, which includes her own signature shoe line. This season, the Indiana Fever became the most broadcast team in the WNBA. The impact was clear on draft night, where the WNBA draft drew an average of 2.45 million viewers, marking a 307% increase from the previous year. To put it in perspective, the previous record was set in 2004 with 600,000 viewers. Clark's debut in the WNBA was more than just a game at Drew Ann. Audience of 2.1 million, the highest for a WNBA in over 2 decades. While Caitlin Clark's impact on the court is unquestionable, the earnings gap between WNBA and NBA players remains significant. In her rookie season, Clark is slated to earn $76,535 over the next 4 years under the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement. In comparison, a rookie deal with the San Antonio Spurs could amount to $5,637,000, highlighting a stark contrast where Clark's earnings represent just 6% of a comparable NBA rookie salary. Clark is ushering in changes that narrow the perception gap between men's and women's basketball with her long-distance shooting, no-look passes, and ball handling. Her style draws direct comparisons to Curry, one of the most revolutionary male players in recent years. When she launches a deep three-pointer, the resemblance becomes striking. However, when Clark steps back for a 30-foot shot, the parallels to Stephen Curry are undeniable, highlighting how they mirror each other. Clark is on a learning curve and evolving. Initially, she joked that her offense might make up for defensive lapses, but she's quickly realizing the importance of a solid defense. Scoring opportunities are hard to come by without it. As she adapts, we're seeing glimpses of resilient, adaptive Iowa Clark. Whatever the future holds by age 22, she's already made her mark, propelling women's basketball into a new era. She's not just a standout athlete, but a cultural icon. The Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable. TV ratings and attendance are up. Merchandise sales are at new highs, and her performances are reshaping the definition of success in women's basketball. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more.